Hello everyone, welcome to ET Studios, and today we are back live streaming after a very long time of not doing live streaming. Hello Vazu, we are live now, and I'm talking and stuff, so it was very not long at all. I hope the audio is fine. Let me know how everything sounds. I haven't done this in a while, so let me know how my voice sounds, how the music is in the background. It should be quite quiet right now because it's just the menu in the game, but yeah. I finally got an internet upgrade so we can actually do some live streaming. 4 megabit up isn't much, but it's enough for live streaming. Cool, audio good, that's good. I guess we should get into it. The not Space Engineers, the Kerbal Space Program update came out, I think it was last night, and yeah, it's just the game audio. It should get louder once we're actually out of the menu. And yeah, so that's not the right button. The game update dropped last night, and it's a collaboration with the European Space Agency, which is quite cool, and there's some new missions to play, and you can actually play these without having the DLC which has missions, which is quite cool. Yes, Kerbal Space Engineers indeed. Yeah. So there we go. We have 3 new missions, and those are free to play if you have the update. And yeah, so there's 3 missions. There's Bepi Colombo Short, which is advanced. Bepi Colombo, the long version, I guess, which is advanced. And then we have Rosetta, which we are playing, which is not advanced. Because I just want to start off slow. I haven't played any of these before. So let's hope we can actually get it done. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So objectives: reach the inclined orbit over Kerbin, get within 50,000 kilometers of the comet, then get within 5 kilometers of the comet, then zero out velocity, and then test the science equipment and attach to the comet. The last one, yeah. Yes, and oh, nice. Yeah, apparently it's really cheap at the moment, so lots of people are getting it on the summer sale. So yeah, attach to the comet. I feel like that might be crash into the comet. So yeah, that could be interesting. But yes, let's go. Okay, straight onto the launch pad. That was quite fast, actually, that loading time. So this is part of the new update. There is a Ariane 5, which is the European Space Agency / Arianespace's main launcher, and they've added some new textures for the tanks. In fact, that might be a new tank entirely. But these are the boosters from the last update, which is the More Boosters update. And they're ever so slightly out of scale if you want to be nitpicky, but it is quite cool. Yes, objective is survive. Let's hope we don't blow this thing up. Oh, and look at that. You can see it all the way out there. So that's the comet in the very, very far distance. At least I think it is. Mission briefing. In collaboration with ESA, we have created this mission that challenges you to replicate the historic Rosetta mission, the first spacecraft to orbit a comet, and the first to deploy and soft land a probe on the comet's surface. Well, that's cool. Launch instructions. First, you need to get to orbit before planning out your transfer trajectory. I'm not going to read this out loud because, well, if I was doing a recording, I'd read this out loud and then edit out all the bits that I make mistakes in, but I'm live, so I'm just not going to make mistakes because I'm not going to read it. We have to do some course corrections and things like that, but basically, we have to launch first. Let's have a look at the map. So this is our required inclined orbit, which looks to be about 20 degrees, I'd say, off of where we are now. So I can try and launch directly into it, or I can launch equatorial and then adjust afterwards. I'm gonna try and launch. That would be. Hold on. Okay, so we're launching like that way towards the island runway over there. So let's do that. Stream delay doesn't look too bad. I'm having a look. No. Make mistakes. There is no other way. No, there is another way, and that's just to not. You can. Stream delay doesn't look too bad. We're looking at about maximum minutes, but between 30 seconds and a minute, which is not really that bad. So let's give this a go. So I'm going to roll. And go in that direction. Yeah, well, that's the point, Buzzy. I don't want to make any more mistakes. So, yay. Now, mistakes will be made in Kerbal Space Program, that's for sure. So, we're heading up. This thing is very fast. I just want to point that out. Like, we are going incredibly fast. These two solid rocket boosters. I hope the actual probe's inside. Yeah, it is. Okay. So our gravity turn isn't quite perfect. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you can. Separation. That was good separation. Oh. What are we looking at? Okay, looking good. It's not quite on target, but like, it's not bad. We'll go off a little bit. No, that's further the wrong way. Never mind. This way. Okay, and we're gonna just head towards the equator. Okay, we're a little bit high up. That's fine. I'm gonna like point us towards the ground now, and bring us back towards the orbit we want to be in. Oh, okay, cool. Main engine cutoff complete. We're gonna point prograde, separate the fairings, and separate from the rest of the vehicle. That wasn't the most amazing separation of fairings and first stage that I've ever seen, but it's fine. Nothing's exploded yet, which, to be honest, is probably the biggest goal. Oh, look at that. I got it pretty spot on with the orbit. That's quite cool. So let's adjust our orbit at the same time as getting into the stable one. What does it need to be? 85. This is 86. We're going to change that to... There we go. Well, if something explodes, you know something's gone wrong. So, that's about all I can say, really. Okay, so we are in space now. I hope the game audio is loud enough. I'm just using the background, well, the background noise of the game because it's nice music. And it's free to use, so that's cool. Alright, let's warp to maneuver. So this is the Rosetta probe on top that we've got. Two little solar panels, and a little probe on there. We're going to time warp a little bit further. So we need to start burning in about 9 seconds to check this right. this little upper stage. That's a lot of delta V for a tiny little upper stage like this. The probe must be quite light. Right, so if this goes green, you know it's right. Oh, it was close. It was close. Okay. Our periapsis is 85, which is pretty good. And obviously our periapsis is a little bit too high, but we'll fix that if we come round to here. But first, we're going to deploy our solar panels so we don't run out of electric charge. Where is the spacecraft gone? So let's do solar panels. Because I would really like to not run out of electric charge. Alright. I might actually post this as like a cut down version for Sunday's video, so feel free to watch that. You don't have to watch the whole stream again. But, alright then. Goodbye, Vazu. There's the comet in the background. That's quite cool. Alright, so we're going to time warp around here, and actually we have to point retrograde because we are bringing our apoapsis down to 85. Awesome. 85, 85. Great. Mission objective complete. Okay, so we have to now intercept the comet, preferably at apoapsis. Oh, right, because the real Rosetta mission, apparently, like, they flew out, and then they came back to Earth, and used Earth's gravity to push them towards the comet a couple times, and then eventually they got to comet. But we're going to do a direct transfer because, well, it's faster. Okay, so that's a lot of, a long way out, but we'll try. Alright, so we're at the right inclined orbit because the comet's orbit is inclined, as you can see. It's that white line there. Oh, I don't have my cursor on. I should probably turn my cursor on. Properties. Capture cursor. There we go. Nice. That's quite cool. So now we have to increase our orbit around the sun by a lot. Let's set the comet as a target. Okay, so we're getting quite close here, but we're not quite on target. So let's adjust that. There we go. Oh wow, I've managed to accidentally get a dual encounter. That's not what we're going for. Okay, let's delete that maneuver node so I don't mess it up anymore. And we'll just try and move it around a bit more. Okay, so we're actually relatively close over there. Now we can adjust that. And then that again. Just gradually get it closer and closer. Setting up these is quite difficult. It's quite a lengthy process, and probably going to be one of the longest parts of the stream. Actually, just setting up an encounter. Okay, so here. Okay, we're not actually very close there. All right. I'm going to kill it again and just do straight out to its apoapsis, which is the highest point in its orbit, and then grab that and get it to line up, and then bring that down to where it's close. Then I can adjust up and down according to what it needs. It's quite close there. And now I'm just fiddling with the maneuver node to try and match up the two orbits. Oh, too far. What happened there? I encountered the moon by accident. The mun, sorry. I'm sorry. Let's try not to do that. Okay. Maybe I'll have to wait in orbit so I don't encounter the man. I shouldn't need to though, it should be fine. Setting up these encounters is not easy. I hope the quality is good enough for everyone to see what I'm actually doing. This is going to take some time. So while I'm doing it, maybe I should try and talk about something. Do the... not very many viewers that are watching right now, but that's fine. Ooh, is that another duel encounter? Damn it. Wrong one. Again. Well, at least this thing has a lot of delta V. If it didn't, that would be a problem. So it manages to get out ahead, so I need to Well, that was actually quite close there for a second. See, this is because I'm now overtaking the comet at some point. Okay, so I go out, and the comet's ahead of me, and then by the time I get here, to that point there, I then overtake the comet and end up being in front of it, which is unfortunate. I need to try and match its inclination better. Well, I guess I can try and talk about why all of a sudden I've managed to start live streaming again, and that's because I managed to get an internet upgrade of double my speed, which is great because that meant I went from basically, oh hello there, we have another viewer, and this one is a moderator that is on different account, which means he can't moderate, but that's fine. I can fix that at some point. We're in the process of trying to get an encounter with a comet, which is rather difficult, because, well, it's a comet in a weird orbit. So, well, that was actually quite close for a second there. Can I get it any closer? No? How close was that? Hold on. $250,000 kilometers, which is actually really not that far. So let me try and fix that. Bring the orbital inclination up, then bring it down. Ooh. That was close. Separation of 50,000? Mm-hmm. These are very small adjustments at this point. I think I need to be within 50,000. $60, 69, 59. Okay, am I above or below? I'm below it. No. If I increase that first, and then... Oh, wrong button. There we go. 10,000 kilometers is pretty close, and I'm pretty sure I can work with that. So, wow, that's an interesting orbit. 2,400 meters per second of delta V, because I didn't quite get our orbit perfect when I started, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll have more. I'm going to click save here, because now we actually have a working orbit. And the reason I think it's not showing that one is because it's showing the dual one. At least I hope so, because if I miss this, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so it's 1 minute 30. 1 minute, well, yeah, 1 minute 28 or so. When I'll start burning again. Grab myself a drink. Alright. So 128 point, well 127 point something. There we go. Start burning. And wait a very long time. For hopefully a successful intercept. It doesn't really matter too much. Yes, it's fine. That's fine. It's close enough. Exactly, Ender. I hope that I don't have to have a separation of just under 10,000, because that would be unfortunate, but it should be fine. T-minus 1 year, 133 days, and 0 hours. Look at that. I got it on a rounded. No extra hours, but that's fine. We should be able to get there. If the end... I highly doubt I'll be able to get this down to 0 meters per second, which means I'm going to have to do a mid-course adjustment. But that's fine, because that'll help us get the actual intercept that I want. Now, they did say try and meet it here, but I'm meeting it, you know, there. But it's fast, but it's not too fast. We'll have enough delta V in here, because we don't have to come back. We can crash into it when we're done, which is fun. The actual Rosetta mission, they crashed the thing into the asteroid at the end because science, I guess. Are we in the sun for this? No, we're not. Look at that. Bright nozzle. So this is the Poodle engine. But they changed it because originally... Oh, stage separation. The Poodle engine originally had 2 nozzles. Well, no, it had 1 and then had 2 in the next update. And then now they've given us an option to choose between 1 or 2 nozzles because it's the best nozzle for this mission. And the actual Ariane 5 had 1 nozzle, so that's why they did that. Luckily, this tiny little engine we have on here is quite slow, which is a good thing because we can be quite accurate with our orbit. So what I might actually do when we get to about 50 meters per second left on our maneuver, I might actually turn the maneuver off and just hold stable and then just try and match it up manually. So we're just going to keep burning. Luckily these are throttleable, so... I'm going to cut it off as soon as we get to within... well, I'd say 50,000. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, we'll fix it on the way. That's the plan. Alright. So, little engine shut down. And we have a nice little probe heading out into deep space. Let's give it a little bit of a time warp. We can watch it leave. And there you go. Not exactly the orientation you want if you're trying to get Your solar panels to pick up electricity is probably the worst orientation you can have, but that's fine. Alright, let's stop time warping for a second. And we can plan our next maneuver, which will bring us closer to the comet than ever before. Okay, so we are currently below where the comet is. Why is that so far off? Okay. Add maneuver. Don't touch the maneuver. Why is just adding a maneuver change the entire thing? Or is that... Oh, okay. That's fine. I think we're trying to adjust for the wrong thing here. Let's go a bit closer. That's annoying because it's showing us... Ooh, my chair's going crazy. It's showing us what's happening after we intercept with Jewel, but not what we want to see. So that's unfortunate. Because this is our new orbit after we meet Jewel, but we don't want to meet Jewel. We want to meet Rosetta. Well, not the Rosetta, the comet. The mission's called Rosetta. Anyway. Okay, let's get off of a Jewel intercept. There we go. This is not going to be easy. I'm going to make the wild assumption that no one actually knows how to fix this, unless I just watch these numbers as I adjust it manually. So I'm going to quick save here in case I use too much fuel. Cool, so I'm now slightly burning in this direction, and I'm going to keep doing it. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Just going to keep doing minor adjustments until that number gets smaller. This probe's throwing itself around a bit. Okay, so the number's getting smaller. That's a good thing. So we're going to keep doing that until it starts getting bigger like it did. And now we're going to point in a different direction. Right now it's going to be in front of us, so we want to catch up with it, which means we need to do this. No, we don't. We need to do the opposite thing. This is going to take a while. Again, this is probably the longest part of the mission. Why is this thing throwing itself around so much? Very light probe. Okay, so can we get closer? Not very much, apparently. Let's do anti-normal again. No, that made it bigger. The struggles of orbital, well, not even orbital, I guess it's, well, it is orbital, but it's orbital of the sun rendezvous. The number is getting smaller again. This is a good thing. And it's going to start getting bigger, and we need to adjust a different one again. I wish Jewel wasn't there, because then we'd be able to do this with a maneuver node. But we can't, so we're going to go prograde. Anyway, like I said when Vasu left, I will probably be putting this in a condensed form for Sunday's video, because I probably don't have another video. Well, I don't have another video ready for Sunday, so this will be it. This is not very easy. I might have to adjust it once we get closer. Luckily, I'm not using too much fuel. As long as I don't use more than that value. Like, I have to have that value left here. Which right now we do, so that's fine. Right. So we've decreased it a little bit, but that's not great. Right, now we're just going to time warp. Okay, maybe now that is... Oh, what's happened here? It has changed. That's not good. Okay, we have to get within 50,000 kilometers of the target. Why was that showing a different... Uh-oh. Okay, let's unset target. Set target. This is not a good thing. Why is there another... I think that's the bit of debris we left behind anyway. Now what? Okay, cool, we got this one back. That's good. Oh. This is not easy. That's a lot of delta V to try and just brute force it. Yeah, we can pretty much brute force it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to preferably do this properly. Otherwise, this is going to become a very unintentional mission to a different planet. Wow, that changes a lot of things very quickly. Look at that. I'd like to just see what's going to happen once we get, like, here. Because currently it's traveling faster than us. So it's going to overtake us and it's going to end up there. Okay. We're going to try and get it there. Guess we're doing a gravity assist anyway. Haha. We have got it. I think. Alright, it looks like we might actually get this. That speed is 300, which means we'll have enough left. Not that much left, but we'll have enough left. Warp to next maneuver in 5 days. Wow. This is almost a 2 minute burn. So we'll have to start that quite late on. "56 seconds is when we'll start. Just have a sip to drink, and yeah, so this should work fine. Hopefully. Okay, 56 seconds. Mark. Loud little rocket. And there it is. So, interestingly enough, the trail from the comet doesn't actually follow it. It actually heads away from the sun. Because the only reason the trail is there is because the sun is melting bits and pieces and they're flying away. So, they are moving away from the sun instead of trailing behind the comet as you might expect them to be. So, you can see on the map, the trail's actually heading that way and not that way, which you would think it would be. So that's because the sun's there. So, interesting science fact that you may or may not have known. I guess I could just extend our antenna. Which would be helpful. Extend that antenna as well. Bringing our distance nice and close. And I'm going to end up actually intercepting it near its apparatuses, which is what they said I should do. I just used a lot more fuel than I should have. But that's typical Kerbal fashion. Oh, it's telling me my apparatuses to the sun, that's not what I want. Okay, well, we'll just hit it at 0 and hope that that's what we want. 0.5 off, what is our... intersect is 10,000 kilometers, which is perfect. So, let's warp to apparatus. Let's do a quick save. And where is our comet? It's over there. So we'll do this little integrated time lapse. Wow, that comet's getting far away. Hopefully it starts getting closer at some point. It probably isn't even visible for you anymore. I don't understand how I'm going to catch up to it in just that tiny little bit of the orbit where I'm in front of it. But the game knows better than I do, that's for sure. I think I've made a new record with the stream here. I've only dropped 21 frames, which is really not bad, considering what the streams have been like before. It's been 2 years since I've done a stream, so this is quite cool. I think we're getting close enough to see it again, or not. Well, this is definitely a very long journey at max time warp. How long have we been streaming? 47 minutes. That's a long time. A long time to set up, like, an encounter. Well, that's fine. So why is our orbit... Oh, that's their orbit, never mind. I thought that we changed our orbit somehow after we encountered something, but that's just the comet's orbit. So we're going to start getting closer to this thing at some point. It'll be off in the distance somewhere. Soon to be on our right. But actually, it won't have as much of a trail now. In fact, it might not have any trail at all because we're far away from the sun. So that's a possibility as well. All we'll see is a chunk of rock. But once we get here, I'm going to have to do a maneuver so I can actually intercept it, which will be interesting. I have to do a 300 meter per second burn, and hopefully I'll have enough fuel. If I don't have enough fuel, I'm just gonna crash this thing into Earth or something. I don't know. Kerbin, sorry. I've been playing a lot of realism overhaul, so I'm used to actual names. Alright, so we'll plot a maneuver there, and just bring it back as much as I can. Or not. I basically have to adjust my orbit so it's as close as it can be to the comet's orbit. Which is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it's doable. So we've got another encounter over there. Insect. Okay, that's actually not bad. Closest point on that intersect, and then increase that, or not. What's different here? Slightly inclined. I'll bring that down. Wrong way. There we go. And then make it bigger. Okay, the intersect isn't perfect, but the orbit's pretty close. So we'll see what happens when we get to 50,000. I'm going to quick save here and warp into here. There it is. Without my mouse cursor, you probably can't see it. It's probably about 1 pixel on your screen. Because I'm streaming this at 720, or at least that should be. Alright, we're getting close. Distance. Close within 5 kilometers. Okay. I'm going to adjust my orbit to match. Ooh, bit too much. Within 5 kilometers, there we go. Warp to next maneuver. Just maneuver. Where is this thing? Should be off behind the sun. Well, I'm sure I'll see it at some point. Alright, let's just hold here. Quick save. And just burn. Oh, my dog barking. Someone? I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to make sure my dog isn't going to, well, bark at someone, I guess. 2 seconds, guys. I guess I can try and put on a be right back. Like That. Well, not that. There we go. You can have that. Back in 2 seconds. Okay, we are back. Uh, okay. Keep burning. This thing's loud. Alright, target intersect is under 5,000. We're going to keep going a little bit. Tell us later. Okay. Now up here. We should be getting pretty close to this thing. Where is it? I not see it. It's probably like just above or just below. We still... What's our distance? It's within 5. What's the intersect? Oh wow, we've got quite a way to go. Okay. What's there? It's actually below us now. Or should be. I'm just blind, it's fine. Current distance is within the target, but we haven't been told anything yet. Oh, 5 kilometers, not 5. Okay. Sure, game. Oh to adjust my orbit so it's the same. Actually, no. When do we cross over? We already have. Great. Okay, I need to get this. No. Okay. Oh dear. This is not going to be easy. If you're referring to... I don't know what you're referring to, in terms of what is that. I am flying a little spacecraft called Rosetta, and I'm trying to intersect with this comet, which is below us and behind us somewhere. And I'm just trying to adjust our orbit so that we match it, which is not very easy now that I have so little fuel left. Oh. I wish I were able to actually get closer to this thing. This is not going to be easy. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go for intersect 2 and see what I can do with it. Intersect 2 became intersect 1, but that's fine. I feel like just flying target and seeing what happens. Because if I just fly, there we go. And now that's close to that. So if I just, can I bring it within the right distance? It's going to be crazy, but so it'll be behind us. They can catch us up if we go that way. Then we use too much fuel. Great. I think I may have managed to fail the Rosetta mission. Because even if I could get within 5 kilometers, I would, well, not be able to zero out velocity because I won't have enough fuel, and I probably won't have enough in the science equipment stuff as well. Is this one of the detachable science vehicles? I think it might be. Shall we do something interesting, at least, to end off the stream? Because we have been streaming for an hour, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get close to this. So I could try and intersect with the planet and blow up the vehicle, or I could enable infinite propellant and just crash into the asteroid. So I guess I can do either of those. Don't know why the maneuver node is so far off. I think it's because they're in such a big orbit that the game doesn't know what to do. So we can fly way off, but that's too much fuel again. So we go towards it, and then full retrograde. Too much fuel. Okay, let's go for that. It looks like if I just go full thrust towards the comet right now, I might be able to get close enough. Maybe. But this is basically just throwing all my fuel into a very close pass. And then... how do I get closer to this? Ooh, that was very close. Okay, 30 kilometers. 5. Yes. Okay, we have enough fuel for that. So we can complete one more piece of this mission, and that's get very, very close. But we won't have enough fuel to stop. But that's fine. In the perfect Kerbal fashion, we will simply... you know what I could probably do? I can probably smash this thing into the comet at ridiculous speed, which I will remind you the actual mission in real life did. 1.3, 1.2. Okay. 0.6, 0.1. That's pretty close. I think we can probably do that. Warp to next maneuver. Alright, so we're going to end the stream by crashing this thing into the comet, which will be fun, I guess. But it's very cool that the new Kerbal Space Program update has come in partnership with the European Space Agency. You can now place flags as an individual object, which is also really cool. And there's a couple other really cool features in the update, so highly recommend checking it out. It is on special on the Steam Summer Sale right now, and yeah, it could be quite a fun experience for you. So let's skip ahead. We need to do this at T-minus 45 seconds. Alright, we're ready for burn. This needs to be very accurate. Burning. And I'll have just enough fuel to probably adjust it enough to crash into this thing. But we'll approach it so fast that I fear we won't see it for very long. Because our approach speed will be 443 meters per second. So we'll see it, and then we won't. Getting close. About 100 meters per second left to go. .40 in the start. Throttling down to get this spot on. 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Current intersect is 0.4. Okay, we can work with that. All right. Another micro adjustment. Point 1. If we go that way now. I guess we can just point at this marker. 0.1. got it. Okay, that was the tiniest burn ever. All right. Let's head closer. Let's quick save here. We can maybe do this twice. Okay, we are close. Where is this comet? I'd like to be able to actually see the thing. But I don't know where it is. It isn't massive, which is unfortunate, but our current distance is still quite far out, so we'll head in a bit more. Okay, so we're not very close. Still can't see it, because it doesn't have a trail at the moment, because we're too far away from the sun. Gonna move even closer. Okay. Come on, we should be able to see this thing now. I think I might be able to see it. It's so far out, but that's fine. We'll probably get our message saying, "Hey, you're close," and then there it is. Okay, so it's there. It is actually there. There we go. Heading towards us at great speed. Let's do cinematic flyby of a comet. But this is getting very, very close to us. Very, very fast. Point 1 should mean that we'll hit this thing. We're going to get our confirmation message saying that we are within. Now you need to lower your velocity to relative to the comet. No. Uh-oh, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it. Oh, that was very close. Okay. That was very cool as well, though. Like, that's probably the closest, fastest intercept I've ever done. Without actually docking to something. So let's go back to the quick save because we can try and actually crash into this thing. Come on, where's the engine? Ooh. Too slow. Okay, we'll try again, but this time I'll be faster. Come on, come on, come on. And in typical Kerbal fashion, we have succeeded. Succeeded in blowing something up. So there we have it, everyone. That was fun, and that comet was pretty cool. And if you want to play this, you can. The update was free. All you have to do is get the game, and it is for sale on Steam, and it's actually on sale about, I think it's 50% off. I'm not sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, rockets do explode occasionally, but we are pretty sure this one was your fault. Perhaps it's time to go back to the simulations for you. Well, luckily that's why I'm playing Kerbal Space Program, and I'm not an aerospace engineer. Yes, so there we have it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next, live stream or video. This will be on YouTube on Sunday, and I'll probably use this as my outro, so hello to the people watching this after the stream. And yeah, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. There's a Discord server below if you'd like to join that, and you can have some fun, some community events. I really ramble on outro, so I'm just going to say goodbye. Thank you.